in this video, I'll explain Ichimoku Cloud and how we can use it for trading. And first reaction when you use this indicator is, what a mess, right? Like a children's crayon drawing or something. It's actually fairly simple once you know what all of the lines are. It's a bunch of moving averages put together and offset either before or after. And it's going to show us momentum in the price of the asset and the strength of that momentum over time. So we can use that for trading entries if we want. So the first thing we can do on our trading view or other trading software is go to indicators, just search for Ichimoku Cloud. Trading view is free, so you can use this for free. I'll leave a link to trading view paid version. You can get a discount on the paid version if you want, but I think the free version is enough for most people. So we have the price chart here and Ichimoku Cloud. What we can do is just turn off the price chart for a second. So hide the price chart, and that's gonna let me explain what all these lines are. So go to settings, you've got all of the lines here. So it's these at the top that are the indicator essentially. So let's go through each one individually. The conversion line in blue right here is a 9-period moving average of the price of the asset. So really simple, it's a very short-term moving average, and essentially it's a plot of the price. Now it's slightly less volatile than the price, of course, because it's a 9-period moving average, so it's slightly smooths out the price action of the asset, but 9-period moving average. Now the baseline, this is, in red here, this is a 26-period moving average. So many people trade with moving averages where you have a very low time frame and a higher time frame moving average. And that just shows you the short versus slightly longer time frame moving averages and what the trend of the asset is doing. So when the lower time frame in blue is moving over and above or below the longer period or higher time frame moving average, you're seeing momentum, right? So as blue picks up, that's showing short-term momentum to the upside, and that can drag the higher time frame moving average up as well. And of course, as the blue moves down a little bit, you're seeing that the lower time frame short-term moving averages slightly coming off a bit, showing slightly weaker momentum in the short term, and that may continue, right? And obviously that's a consolidation. So people can trade the delta between these, or if the lower time frame, short-term moving average is moving up a lot very quickly, that may indicate the start of a bullish move, for example. So that's pretty simple, right? A lower time frame and a higher time frame moving average. Now the leading span, this is simply an average of these two. So the lower time frame and the higher time frame moving average, right? The 9 and the 26. This is an average of those, and it's plotted right here. So you've got an average of these two moving averages. Now B, this is the 52 period moving average, which is offset and brought forward. Again, what you're seeing here is moving averages and a longer or higher time frame moving average. So you've got an average of these, which are both kind of short term. This is ultra short. This is kind of short to medium. This is an average of those. And then this is the longer time frame, higher time frame, 52 period. And of course, what we're looking at really now is A and B. That's what we're looking at. And the delta, or the difference between them, is the Ichimoku Cloud. When the green, so this is lower time frame, is moving, it's going to be dragging the higher time frame moving average. And the difference between those, the difference between the longer or higher time frame and the shorter or lower time frame, is essentially the cloud as it moves. So when green crosses down below pink here, that is bearish price action in the short term, which is indicating a short-term flush or a short-term bearish price action, which may be a tradable event on this crossover. So if you're getting bearish here, that may continue and the price may move down. And of course, the cloud is very small here, showing that the bearish move so far isn't exactly very pronounced, but it gets bigger and bigger. That's showing a very pronounced downside move in comparison to the longer time frame or higher time frame moving average, right? The price action. That's a big cloud to the downside, very bearish. That starts to bottom out, and that could potentially signal the end of that very bearish price action, because the lower time frame or the shorter term moving average starting to bottom out and move higher. So that's showing potentially that that very short term bearish price action is starting to recover. And of course you get a crossover here, which is very clearly showing that the lower time frame is starting to actually pick up and get bullish again, because you've got that crossover here, and that's actually getting bigger and bigger as the cloud expands. Now, you can also use the lagging span, which is in green here. This is the current, it's basically the price chart moved backwards. I personally turn this off a lot because I think it's a little bit unhelpful to look at the price now plotted backwards. I don't think it helps that much, to be honest. So we can turn that off. So what we have here is, two moving averages of the price of the asset, and basically the short versus the long-term momentum, and how big is that delta. You can see right here, we have very strong bullish momentum where, the lower time frame moving average is moving up a lot away from the higher time frame, showing very bullish momentum. And of course we have crosses here. We have a cross here showing bearish momentum in the short term. We have a cross here. That's an important metric there. We have a cross here. Now, if we put the price chart back on, you'll notice that these are huge inflection points, right? So for this asset, basically you have an all-time high here, and right around here, a lot of bearishness. You have a huge cross here from a bear market, now moving up into bullish, bull market, right? And so you have the crossover of the Ichimoku cloud here, moving up. Now, if you use that as an indicator to actually take a long trade because bullish momentum to the upside, well, that was a pretty good trade, right, as it moves up. And right here, of course, you have very bearish momentum right here on the Ichimoku cloud. However, as you can see, one of the downsides of all momentum indicators is that they can be lagging indicators. So for example, we had a big crossover here, which was great, but it lagged the actual bottom by a pretty big time frame. You can also see that the bearish momentum here lagged the kind of start of this bear market by a pretty big time frame. And again here, we've already had the bear market, and it's showing actually in the future that bearishness, right? So you have to also take into account the actual price action of the asset as well, which is the price chart here. Now I'm using a candlestick chart, but if you find it easier to use a line chart, you can also do that. I personally prefer candles. So again, if the actual price is starting to move down through all of these moving averages, again, that's pretty bearish as well, so that can definitely be an indicator. Traders may use the price action of the asset versus many of these different momentum indicators on Ichimoku cloud. So an example is support or resistance. So for example here, you have the Ichimoku cloud acting as a area of support, right? So these are moving averages here, so you would expect the price to hit these as support. They actually hit the Ichimoku cloud here as support during a bull market and moves higher. Now, you can trade this long if you believe we're still in a bull market. You can also trade here. If you still believe we're in a bull market, then you would be looking for this to actually bounce higher again, but it didn't. It actually broke through. Now, if it's breaking through all of the moving averages, then that may be a bearish indicator where the price momentum has completely collapsed and faded, and so you may be entering a bear market there. So you can trade either support of these Ichimoku cloud indicators or maybe a breakthrough of it, right? So if it's support, that's great. The trend is continuing. If the price is breaking down through it, then obviously that's bearish and the price action has collapsed. Now to the upside, you can also trade this. So if you have a breakthrough of the Ichimoku cloud indicators here, you have the price breakthrough, you kind of have tests of it and a breakthrough again. Again, if you're breaking through that price action, it's showing very strong momentum to the upside that you can trade. And again, here you can see we did try to have some support around the moving averages again. So again, if you believe we're still in a bull market, the market would want to bounce off these and move higher. As we broke down through them, obviously that's an opportunity to maybe trade against this trend. The price action has obviously collapsed through all of these moving averages. And so potentially if you're looking to trade short term, you can trade with that collapse as well. You may also want to try and predict if the momentum is changing again. And Ichimoku cloud right here is showing that, look, there was obviously bearish momentum here. You can see the bearish crossover. But if things start to level out in the current price action, what you'll see is a pickup in Ichimoku cloud indicators again, right? And maybe they will try to show you that that bearish price action is actually flattening out, and maybe will start to recover. And you can see that with the Ichimoku cloud. So it's showing you momentum, a strength of momentum in trends in the price action. I'll leave some extra trading videos down in the description for you and some deposit and trading bonuses on the exchanges I use down there. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.